What up guys, how you guys doing? I'm Thales and we're back with another how-to slice. In today's how-to slice video, we're going to be checking out some awesome frogs. So let's go to the video. So these are some really large frogs and as you can see, they're really cute. And in this video, we're going to be checking out the best print settings to print them. So let's go. So as you can see right here, we got Grace, Kate, Arnold, and Humphrey, and they look really nice. We got some cute, some mad ones right here, but let's go to the print settings. All of these models can be printed with the same print settings. Right here, I got a really big build plate. So this is I enlarging my build plate so I could fit all of these because all of them can be printed with the same print settings as I'm going to be showing you right now. So let's take a look. First off, right here in layer height, we can be printing this model in 0.2 millimeter layer height. So by not reducing nor increasing this value, we're gonna have a really good balance between time of print and quality. So this is quite nice. Going over to vertical shelves, we're gonna be leaving at 3. This way, we got a really rigid model so it does not break. So if I kid those in the wall, it's gonna stay intact. Going over to infill, we're going to be increasing to 10% infill density. This way we got a really dense model, so it's a little bit heavy, it looks nice, and it's going to be really resistant. Right here on fill pattern, we're going to be leaving at gyroid. Gyroid's a really nice infill pattern because it prints in waves, so your printer never goes on a straight line while printing the infill. So this is fantastic. It reduces the chance of your print failing. And you'll get a really good infill pattern that is really resistant. So this is perfect. Going over to brim, let's analyze if this model really needs brim. So brim is a really nice feature to increase the surface of contact to the build plate. So by adding brim, it's going to help with the bed adhesion. So if you have some difficulties and your print tends to unstick from the build plate, some really tips I would consider if I were you is to first off clean your build plate really well with some isopropylic alcohol or detergent just to get a really clean surface to print on. Something else you can do is have your printer really well leveled. This way you're going to get a really good surface to print on because the first layer is the most important layer. If you have an unleveled build plate, you're gonna have some inconsistencies in your first layer. And the first layer is the one that holds down, so holds the model into the build plate. Third thing you can do is to add some extra types of adhesion, such as glue stick, or feel free to add one you may like. This model does not need any brim, it's got a solid surface of contact to the build plate, and as this is articulated right here, sometimes it's quite hard to remove the brim, especially on this tiny part. But as you can see, all of these models got a solid surface of contact to the build plate, so we do not need to add any brim. We can be leaving without brim. Feel free to add. This is optional only if you have tried cleaning your build plate, making sure it's really well leveled, trying other types of adhesion. Then you could be adding some brim to help. But there are other types of ways to increase your bed adhesion. So we're not going to be adding any brim. Right here on support material, this model is optimized for printing. So we do not need any support material at all. As you can see, all of these overhangs right here, your printer can print quite fine. So we do not need to add any support material. Going over to speed, we can be printing these models at your standard print speed, especially for Bamboo Lab printers. Feel free to print with a profile that you may like, but if you're going to change any of the speed, always to a lower value, never faster. It's better to print one time really slow with a good quality than trying to print really fast and it failing multiple times. So guarantee a good quality print only one time. This is awesome. Don't try to rush. Make sure you got a really good cooling to get a really nice print. So feel free to change any of these values as you may like. The speed's gonna vary between printers. So feel free to print with a profile that you may like. Right here on the first layer, I have reduced from 30 to 20 millimeters because, as I said before, the first layer is the most important layer because all of the other layers are going to go on top of the first one. So guarantee a really good first layer. So this is why I have reduced a little bit to get a really solid first layer. And now we are ready to slice. So as you can see, we have sliced and it looks quite nice. All of the models being printed with the same print settings as I am showing you right now. As you can see, it looks quite nice. This is the first layer. This is why we need to print really slow, because there are some arms right here that are not attached. They will attach only after a lots of layers being printed, so it's better to print really slow. Brim is optional, but there are other types of adhesion, as I said before, to get a really good bed adhesion. So this is quite nice. Grab a really nice filament that you have lying around and print this model right now. If you're going to print this in multicolor, I do recommend putting more models in the same build plate to waste less filament. This way, the proportional waste in each model is going to be reduced. So enjoy a lot this model, and it is really nice. So the models are ready to print. Make sure to check out stlflix.com for more models like this one, and I'll see you in another one.
I hope you guys enjoy it. Those slicing videos are an initiative from STL Academy, which is the educational project from STLFlix. So if you guys want to learn more about 3D printing, you could check our description and look at STL Academy courses. And don't forget, see you guys at the next slicing.